Not long, less than an hour. Go and see Rocky. Everywhere I go, I just feel like Rocky tonight. It's getting dangerous. Stop it, man! Now there's two of us. We now need one more. Well, we have no idea where he's at. He's probably walking the wrong way in the metro centre. And now there's three of us. And Taylor Swift in the background. I've got some popcorn. Carl's getting a hot dog. Are you getting a hot dog? Was that a guess?
No, I'm just getting popcorn.
Hang on a minute. Have you just smuggled Smarties into your popcorn?
No, it's what they give you for the popcorn, but they only give three and I don't want three. So do you want some free popcorn?
No, I don't want Smarties.
Do you want Smarties?
I hate when you get a bit of popcorn where it's like...
My legs hurt. The last time I'm sitting at the front. I don't want to put my knees. Can we go and see this next? Put that in my house.
Watch out for the next podcast.
But the overall satisfaction is everyone's enjoyed it.
Very much so.
Yo. A few different cuts here and there, completely different film though.
Very different tone altogether, like, but I can see what they meant by saying a bit more like Balboa. It took a much more serious approach, but
we're going to go a bit more harder on your treadmill, Corbin Dallas.
No, I think I did enough.
Bye, Paul.
Bye, Paul.
Blame Action Jackson. It's Action Jackson's fault. Because Action Jackson's not well. I've got a present for Action Jackson in the car, but Brett's going to have to be squished in the back. Brett, are you okay back there?
Hello, Hera. Okay, so I'm just back from the pictures. Whoa, calm down. Your name is not Drago. Okay, so I've just got back from seeing Rocky. Now, recently on the channel, the Rocky Wasn't Worth Buying collection was released. So I've recently seen the original 6 Rockies, apart from the 2 Creeds recently again. So I'd seen Rocky 4, and I mentioned in that review that Rocky 4 is coming out, and I've just realised that this room needs a good dust when the UV light's not on. But went to see it with Paul and Carl, which is great, because you know it's just a podcast out and about. It's quite late. We would try just again how shifts land at work, so it would be great to do them, then actually sit down and have the camera on, and we'll get there. Again, recently going to see Ghostbusters, it was the same trailers, exactly the same trailers. It was grim, like the audience could do so much better. Just such a you walk in there and the foyer, the experience of the pictures is just not there. It's just not there. But going to see Rocky at the pictures was awesome. Totally felt recut. I mean, the Q&A was still at the start was pretty decent. I thought it was going to be more like, because it's been scheduled, I know it was at the View and stuff like that, I thought they might have been doing something very unique and special where it was essentially like a live broadcast, but it wasn't very clear what it was at the time. But again, it's great to see the insight. You know, it's certain things you only see. It's like when I seen Halloween on the anniversary and John Carpenter came up and talked and stuff like that. You know, it's very unique things. It makes it worth going. The movie itself, I felt the sound was really hitting me in the face, and I felt at times that, you know, James Brown's bit definitely felt that was synced to me. There was some very distracting voices in the end fight, the comedy, the different style of comedies. So that's me being really nitpicky, but as someone who spends a lot of time editing and stuff and that, I do feel like punched in the face first straight on. I didn't feel like the experience of a cinema. Starting off with the whole, as I want to call it, the Rocky Horror Picture, the fight with Mr. T at the start. Again, check out there, was it worth buying for that reference. I've seen that imagery again of the face off of that, and then it goes straight into Apollo in the pool, which again, you know, comes later on. I mean, they cut loads out, the robot's gone, there's a lot of backstory, but there's a lot of story going there. I do feel like the film was really fast paced, and like kind of felt like he wasn't going to go montaging it. And then personally, like, I mean, Rocky 4 has an amazing soundtrack. I think it suppressed the third one. You know, Eye of the Tiger is always going to be synonymous to The Rock, but Hearts on Fire and No Easy Way Out are 2 very iconic songs as well, especially the Rocky actual anthem as well. But that's what I want to get, because someone mentioned the montage thing at the start. And don't get us wrong, as someone who edits the music a lot as well, I felt like it was a lot completely re-edited. I don't think they just chucked the montages back in for the love of money. It felt a lot more fresh, and it definitely been back through the spin cycle and been seen with a fresh pair of eyes when they got to them. But I don't think it needed two training montages together. I think what could have been unique about it would be to take the, you have the car one, which is really good, which I think again that was completely re-edited with the black and white imagery and the fallings and stuff like that. I think like the second and third montage, the two trailer montages could have been in one, and Hearts on Fire could have been the end song. I think they should have scrapped Hearts on Fire montage and put the whole dun 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 do 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 dun 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 dun. That's my reminiscence of that. I think that could have been compressed in one edit, even a bit more extended, and I think that would have worked. I think it would have definitely sped the film up a bit, but just it's just montage after montage, and I thought that's something he was getting away with at the start. I love Ivan's entrance. I thought that was a lot better. A lot more things changed. How they didn't stand up and applaud him at the end. They just went out like, oh, you're a disgrace. And I think that just subtle things like the Rocky and Drago giving the fist bump after the fight, the end fight as well. You could feel it, and it seemed like you had a lot more pounding going on there, and it felt very modern. But again, the commentary takes out a bit there. Isn't experience always great? You know what I mean? It's kind of like in a weird way, it's like going to see Rocky 4, a remake, in a way. But again, Stallone, I've always said this about him. He's a brilliant writer, and he talks about how like he got offered X amount of monies, but this is like make or break for him. And look at his household name. He definitely has some delusions about if he's called Stallone, Rocky, or Rambo. That's for sure. But I was always interested as well. When you hear the crowd chanting Rocky, and it's something that obviously The Rock, Dwayne Johnson, took on as like pop culture thing, and I would love to see some kind of crossover between them. Surely The Rock's going to turn up the Expendables 4. I'm sure it is, but I think as an iconic character and the stories telling and just. It just felt great, experience felt great. There was a few things wrong with the pictures. Again, there was these kids like up and down the stairs, then stomping in like, all right, we're at the pictures, yay, full of sugar, yay, like, whoa, would you shut the kid out? And some poor bugger dropped all his popcorn. Paul picked good seats. Again, I don't feel the experience of the pictures. I think the audience really, even though it's a new picture, you don't feel the benefits of it. Lack of leg room's really poor in there, and that's really put us off beat. I've been on my legs all day and I'm sitting like this. I've had comfortable seats on an aeroplane and in the pictures, and these are nice seats, you know what I mean, but there's no leg room, and like it's not that I'm a bigger guy, but like the nostalgia of a kid going to the pictures, it felt too much like just a seat you sit there, get out. There's no character about them as well. Very small screen. A lot of stuff felt a bit out of focus a lot with the cinema, but they probably did the best they could. I mean, I'm watching Edge of the Axe by Arrow on my dinners at work at the moment, and even that looks alright. Very impressive font at the start, but then you start seeing the film grain. It's just stuff, it's part of the elements, it's a time of the times, do you know what I mean? But could they do more? But again, Stallone, hands down, he was in lockdown and he decided to take someone on like Rocky, and he did a great job of it, I think, you know what I mean? It opens the doors for the possibilities. If you look at, no disrespect to this, but like Extra, when the director got his hands on that in the digital era and just went nuts with all the After Effects and digital things and Lunar Keys, it's just like, what the fuck happened there? And it's great for Stallone to reinvent himself, I think, in a way where he's come back and remade it as a different time of his life, and like the technology and the preservation of the original material as well is a big thing here, because it's been preserved good enough to be redone. And that, you look at films like, again, ranting on about Prey of the Roll Boys and stuff like that, like films that have just been completely lost in like obscurity. But when you look at like the preservation for like Jaws and stuff they did, when all this stuff's available, you just never know. You never know, and it's great for Rocky to come along there and set the trend of going, you know, what if, you know what I mean? But again, some things aren't preserved. So I really, really enjoyed it. Ranting on enough. It's Black Friday tomorrow. Hi. Thanks for watching. Goodbye for now.
Now who's smiling? Now who's smiling? Now who's smiling? Now who's smiling?
It's the next day. Why have you come to the magazine on Black Friday? Why?
I'm getting sales.
1, 2. Kicked out. Oh, not the arm breaker. No, I'm gonna tap it out.
Casper's gotta work. These are another outtake. Still haven't got around to doing the Rocky video yet. So it's now Sunday, the outtakes. I still haven't done any editing since I've seen Rocky. Just got a message. Just got a message there as well. Just doing some patch. All on my own. Yeah, COVID's meant to be back as well, so I wonder what Sullivan will do next. Who's locked down? I'm gonna wear masks. Can't imagine going to pictures all day and wearing a mask. It's just like, oh yeah, wear a mask from Tuesday. It's just like, a couple of days there, you know. I'll get you till Tuesday, don't worry about it. But yeah, it'll be awesome if Stallone came back and recut something else. Demolition Man. Didn't direct it though, did he? No, technically not. What would Stallone do? Oh, I don't know. Saturday Night Fever 2. Staying Alive. There we go. Next outtake. Hello at the very end of the Rocky video, so I'm uploading footage. I've been doing this for about a year now. There's hundreds and hundreds, probably 1,000 DV tapes. And tonight I found some footage from 2003. And it's working in HMV, where you see the start of the video starts in HMV now in 2021. And I've been mashing through it, and I was trying to pay attention to what was uploaded in the background. And I was seeing this tapes, a customer service video, and in the background it's just like, oh, the audio, and I'm trying to keep your mind off Rocky, and then I have the Tigers on, and it's the Rocky compilation. I was just like, oh my god, I've got to finish the video. But that's how time echoes. You'll see a glimpse of the shop, some of it developed online, but yeah, the copyright clips fly all over the place. But that's just a insane little bit for the Rocky video. And then there's the emo girl. That's a different story. Hello, very end. Had to get the Rocky picture in the very end. I said one more outtake and it's like, oosh. So it's like almost a week later. So here's a review anyway. Thanks for watching. Goodbye for now.
And now, the end is here.
That is just one sinister, creepy face in the corner of that still. What is that about? Terrifying.